Today we're talking about some practice amps. Now if you're an electric guitar player, you probably have the need to just practice or work out songs in your home, in your bedroom, and you cannot afford to have like a really huge tube amp like the Joyo dual clones along with a 100-watt cab. Also, if you're a beginner guitarist getting into electric guitar playing, you're probably still trying to understand and figure your way out through the electric guitar, and you need something that's really convenient, that's really small, that's easy to operate. You just plug it in and no need to worry about anything else, no pedals, no processors. Which is why today we've got a few practice amps. Some of these are pocket size, some of those are slightly bigger. The idea is that these amps are just plug and play. You just need to adjust the volume, the gain, maybe EQ it a little bit. If you have some effects and you require those, you dial those in and you just use it to practice and get your sounds right, get your skills right. To begin off, we have the Donner 10B, which is right there. Now as you can see, this is a really small amp. I mean, it's a pocket size amp. It's battery operated. You can charge it using a Type-C charger, which is like a phone charger or something like that. It's got a headphone out. You have your input jack, which is a 1/4 inch. And most importantly, it has a Bluetooth option. So if you want to practice to backing tracks, supposing you have lessons or anything like that, this amp really suits that. It comes with 2 channels, a clean and an overdrive.
So pretty good amp, and it's nice and quiet. You know, you can crank it up if you want, and it gets to a pretty decent volume if you're just practicing by yourself. But Clean Channel is pretty good. It's just a simple, good old amp. You've got a gain, tone, and volume. Yeah. So Clean Channel is fine. Distortion channel. It's got a lot of gain actually.
Yep.
I didn't anticipate that, but it cleans up also really well. So it's got it all. I really like the feature that you can connect the Bluetooth in, and if it's in the middle of the night, you can just not even use the speaker front, just plug in your headphones
Exactly.
along with the Bluetooth, along with your guitar. So it's like a nice little mixer feature that's going on in here.
You don't have too much happening over here. A lot of times people can get confused when you have a lot of controls.
Yeah.
So this is just easy. You just have a gain and a tone. And just to get your sound right and get used to playing the electric guitar, this is definitely something that will sit on your desktop and it won't occupy too much space. And it's also got a nice clean look to it. These days we know space constraints and everything.
Yeah.
You want something that can just sit on your table. Now similar to that, we've got this brand called Leo James. Now what they do is they sell a combo. So you get a guitar, you get the guitar with the gig bag, a strap, whammy bar, it's a Strat style guitar. And with that you get an amp, which is a practice style amp. Similar to the Donner, this also is very simple. It's got 1 gain, 1 tone and volume control, Bluetooth connectivity, headphone out. Again charges via a phone charger. It's again what I would call a tabletop amp. Similar features, similar functions.
I really like these coffee colored knobs on the top. And the whole overall look, the brown on the front.
Yeah.
Okay, so just despite of sounding pretty good, these little pocket amps, they look also really good.
Yes.
So, you know, keep them on your tabletop, or probably this one on the coffee table.
Yeah.
Because it goes with the decor. This one has a really good drive channel for some reason. Like, I really loved how the response was there. Even although the donor was pretty alright.
Yeah.
But this, like, the drive channel really took the limelight. Clean channel is amazing as well. You've got the same thing as you said, the Bluetooth speaker, the gain and the tone, and nice little nifty quick overdrive and clean switch. Which is just like just tap and switch out.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
So you heard the overdrive sound of this, and we were actually quite shocked as to how much it projects.
Yeah.
The voicings are slightly different on these amps, even though they look the same. Slight difference. But again, for these small amps, the kind of volume they throw, enough for you to practice, enough for your, even if you want to go over your scales or anything like that. These amps really do well. Alright, so now we're going to crank it up a little bit. We've just started working with a brand called Caline. Similar to the other ones, this is chargeable using the Type-C charger. It's got an aux in and a side switch. But what's really cool about this amp is it's got like this metal chassis. It looks really cool. It comes with a simple clean channel and an overdrive channel.
I think this is the best looking lot of the whole lot. This is the best looking amp, and pretty good clean channel.
Yep.
Overdrive has a lot of volume, and it's got that classic sounding gain.
Yep.
And what do you think is the inch of the speaker on this? Like how many inches it would be?
My measurement's really bad, but I'd say maybe 4.
4 maybe?
Yeah.
Now guess, check this out. So despite of the 4, this is a design feature that you've seen in most Bluetooth speakers.
Yep.
Where despite of the tweeter throwing the treble in the front, right at the back you've got the bass projection, which goes at the back and it fills out the room. So this amp has that quality where you keep it in one of the corners of the room and you play through it, and it'll sort of fill out the space that you're in. So this is where the design bit that they've thought about it. Apart from that, I think this is an amp that you would probably find at some IKEA store. It's like just beautiful, like just the side bits that are on it. And I mean, in fact, even the handle, like just look at that. Like there's all embroidery done on it, and you just like, it's just the best looking of the whole lot, where you just keep it there and it just sits right there. So.
Overdrive channel, it's got a nice analog style overdrive. It's got a nice mid-range to it, and that was something that we observed, especially with the back speaker projection. It's got a real nice sound to it. The cool thing about this, the overdrive channel, is it reacts to your playing. So if you clean up the volume, you can really clean it up well. You can dial in the sounds, even though it has minimal controls, they're way more effective. So whether you're a beginner or someone who's using it just for practice, or if this is something that you just want in your bedroom, doesn't occupy too much space, you can still get some really good sounds out of this for your writing purposes, for practicing, or just noodling around.
I'll add something. I had a friend who used to have these kind of small amps, and they don't have reverb, and it's a very brutally honest sound that you're playing with. Which, in fact, what I would see him do is he would place this in like a staircase or some corner where you get some natural reverb. Sometimes even a bathroom, for all you know. Yeah. So you place it there, and just by the fact of you're playing in such an honest, clean amp. Over the weeks, over the months, I saw his playing also get so cleared up and cleaned up, because these are like unforgiving to play, and as in you don't have your reverbs and delays and effects and micro pitch, detune and all that in that. So it really, like, the thing to like beginners for practicing is it really cleans up your hand really well. Like you develop good technique because it's just
absolutely
back at you.
Great tip for beginner guitar players. At the start, maybe if your guitar sounds unforgiving, should motivate you to practice a little more, and eventually you will get the sounds that you're looking for. Alright, so these three amps that we talked about, they are what you would call pocket friendly amps. They're really tiny, and these are around, you know, the 6,000 rupee range. So now we're going to go on to something that's a little bigger. Alright, so this is the S8 by Caline. Again, this is a brand that we just started working with, and we're pretty impressed. We saw the S4, which has a metal chassis. Now this is the S8. What this has is actually two speakers in here, and it's pretty weighty. Like I can't really hold it in one hand. It's pretty heavy, and it's got some nice sound to it, and most importantly, it's got good volume to it. For the size out here, you'll be surprised at how much it projects.
Pretty loud. I'm really liking like how it responds back. Low end is fatter, and I mean after playing all the other amps, I got hungry for like a bigger sound. And the fact that it's got these two speakers, this beautiful metal chassis with all the controls in the front, it still runs on battery powered.
Yes, it is battery
You don't
powered.
need to actively power it. So that's a great feature. Like an amp this size would definitely need a direct supply.
Yes, for
but
sure.
they've still somehow managed to just keep it the battery powered way.
Yeah, it's
So pretty
incredible.
cool.
Yeah, it's incredible how they are doing these things. This also has a Bluetooth function, so playing your backing tracks. And this comes with a charger. This is not a C-type charger. It's got an 18-volt charger because it requires a much heavier battery.
Yeah, but it looks great. How the metal is like one of those lunchbox heads, but the speakers inbuilt.
Speakers inbuilt. It looks like an amp head, but it's got the speakers in there. Alright, so that was the overdrive channel. Now again, this is, remember this is a smaller amp, but you're getting some nice, incredible overdrive sound. Varun, what are your thoughts about that?
It sounds great. I love this overdrive, and it's got a lot of gain. And I could not help but just go 80s mode and play Van Halen Hot for
Absolutely.
Teacher. And it does have a delay. I mean, you have to talk about that.
Yes.
You can blend in and get more sounds going. So this will give you like a great clean sound, great lead sound with the wet effect.
With the wet effects.
In there.
Yeah, now with these amps, you're starting to get a little more features. You got the delay. What's interesting with this is it doesn't really have any EQ on there. You have the overdrive channel that lets you dial in your gain, your tone, and it's something that you again don't want to complicate too much. Just plug and play and get the sounds. What this also helps do is when you're playing a guitar, actually move around with the volume and tone knobs.
Yeah.
A lot of beginner guitarists just crank everything up full.
I had to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with this, it gives you the ability to control your sound, and that just helps you in the future when you're moving to an actual tube amp or something like that. Then you'll realize how much tone control happens from the guitar itself. So this is a great amp. Again, it's got a headphone out. It's got a simple switch for overdrive distortion and a nice clean look. Tabletop amp, battery chargeable. And now we're going to go into amps that are probably not tabletop. They're a little more old school, old fashioned. You've probably seen this multiple times. We've been using this extensively. It's been super popular. It's always sold out, and I think it is sold out now even as we're recording. The beauty about this amp is when we got this about a year ago, we realized that there was this market of beginner guitar players. They're looking for good quality amps at a decent budget. What the DA102 does is it meets the requirements of those beginner guitar players or even a practice amp without complicating things too much.
Feature is pretty bang on. Like now you've got a full size speaker,
Yes.
so it's reflecting back the sound really well. Pretty transparent sounding clean channel with a lot of controls because you have your bass and treble.
Yep.
And I think we have inbuilt effects in as well.
Yes, these have effects. So when you come into these amps now, you're starting to get a little more effects. This has got delay, reverb, and it's got some chorus. This also has Bluetooth connectivity to play backing tracks, and this has an inbuilt drum machine. So what it does, it gives you an option of different drum grooves. You can adjust the tempo, you can adjust the volume.
Right.
Great for just practicing if you just want to go over your exercises, kind of do a warm up. If you have this in your green room, just there before a show.
Pretty loud also.
Oh yeah,
It
this
can
is
get
really
as
loud.
loud as almost like to match up to a drum kit level.
Exactly.
So even for jamming and all that, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's
cool.
perfect, and the size I think it's a nice in-between size, not too big, not too small, so easy to carry around. This obviously plugs into a wall socket because at these powers now, getting a battery operated amp is asking for a bit too much. Now let's hear the overdrive sound on this.
I love it. It's just a classic, full-on gainy overdrive. It almost sounds like a good amp with a nice boost pedal going into it, but we don't have any boost pedal.
No,
it's all there in the amp itself.
It's all in the amp. Again, I just got to mention that this actually has 3 channels. So you have the clean, obviously. You have an overdrive, and then you have a distortion. So it gives you 3 different options. If you want to play metal, you'll probably go into the distortion category, crank the gain up. If you want to play some classic rock sounds, you have the overdrive channel, and you can adjust the gain to your liking. And again, these amps react really well to the guitar, the volume.
Yeah, the mild gain channel, the B channel, had that very old Vox amp.
Yeah, the Vox
to that. I mean, you can obviously dial it to be different, but it even for just playing like alternative rock, if you're playing all these genres in all these shades of rock, right? Alternative rock and like the U2, like that spaced out rock, you know, that sort of thing. That middle channel is really pretty killer.
Definitely something that electric guitar players always experiment with. There's so many kinds of overdrive pedals. There's so many different artists that use different sounds, and then you're kind of confused what's what. But this is something that will help you just understand your playing and how you react to an overdrive channel.
Hey, before we start, I think by the end of it, he's going to take the dual clones also and sit.
Just sit.
I'm sitting with this tube amp here, which is 200 watts.
It costs $1.5 lakh. Alright, so now we have this amp made by the company called LiREVO. Now you've probably not heard of this. So these have been around for a while, and this is a brand that we just started working with. They make some incredible amps. If you just see the look of it, this is more of an old school style practice amp. It's big, it's got a big speaker. It's got an open back. And this is something that you just plug in, turn up the volume, and it gives you this nice clean sound. Alright, so that was the clean sound. Just to run you over the functions. Now this does come with 2 channels, the clean. Then you have the overdrive, which has 2 variants. One is like a lower gain overdrive, and one is like the really high gain. Similar to the DA102, so you get 3 different options. And within those, you can adjust the gain, adjust the volume on your guitar, and really shape your tone. It also comes with the reverb effect, so it gives you that little spacey sound. And of course, you have a 3-band EQ to shape your sound.
Solid headroom, so you can really crank it up, and it does not. The clean still stays clean. That's what headroom is. So the clean channel is very nice. The reverb is pretty good, and now you have the mid knob.
Yes.
So you can really shape the sound to what you want. So that's that. Same thing like you said with the overdrive. It had that very nice classic-y sounding overdrive. So I just went into that whole AC/DC zone of playing, because the amp sort of makes you play in a certain way.
Yeah, that's something you'll notice over all the amps, since we've played different sounds. And the idea is, as soon as we pick up an amp and play something, as experienced guitar players, we kind of understand what sounds great. And you just tend to go in that direction, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, one real good tip that I would like to give to the viewers is, don't just try out one amp or just research one amp. Come and try out multiple amps. And when you play through, because more than the guitar itself, this is more important, is what my opinion.
Yeah, we've done a video on that.
We've done a video on that. So the amp is like the last big footprint that has your sound. So not even one, like just try out a whole bunch of amps, 6, 7, 8 amps as you can, and out of the whole lot, one of them will sort of speak to you. Okay?
Yes.
And if you're like me, you like the clean channel of this amp and the drive of that amp and the look of the other, and now you want them all to be combined into one, which is, things like that will happen. And same thing with how we tell with the guitars, like try 10 of them, 20 of them, and one of them will really stand out to
Absolutely.
you, depending on your tastes and your needs. Same thing with the amp, but this is a crucial factor, what people need to realize on.
Yeah, and in fact, when it comes to amps and guitars, it's pretty subjective. So you have to try it out for yourself. Coming to the brand itself, LiREVO, if you're curious about this, we are actually going to do an in-depth video. This is not the only amp by this company. We have just started working with them. We found some incredible products. So we will do an extended video of that, and we'll talk more about the brand.
And shout out to this guitar.
That guitar is incredible.
For really, standing the test of all the amps and really getting all the sounds out. So
absolutely.
Pretty solid guitar.
Yeah, all right. So that was Practice Amps. Do let us know what are your thoughts. Like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.